Welcome to another lesson. On today's lesson, I am going to teach you prepositional phrases using the word by. That's right, prepositional phrases using the word by. Now, as always, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to today's lesson and be aware that throughout today's lesson, I am going to have various quiz questions that you can answer, and I love to see who can get those correct. So let's get into today's lesson, and be sure to leave a comment or answer a question down in the chat, as I will be reading and posting chat throughout today's lesson. So a prepositional phrase, I want to remind you what that is since my last teaching. A prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, an object, and words that modify the object. Again, a group of words that consist of a preposition, an object, and words that modify the object. Let's look at an example sentence. The car is behind her house. So behind would be the preposition, her is the modifier, and house is the object of the preposition. It describes the preposition. So let's look at a list of prepositional phrases that I have. I have about 15, and we're going to go over that list, and I am going to give you some example sentences that you can use to practice these sentences. By far, by far. So you might say, this is by far the best ice cream that I have had in a long time. Or you may say, Jay's Learning School is by far the best channel to learn English. And if it is, I would love for you to give me a like. Okay, let's go on to another one. By law. By law. So you might tell someone, if you're going to drive a car in this country, by law, you must wear your seatbelt. Or you may say, because you're riding a motorcycle, by law, you must wear your helmet. Okay? By law. By chance. By chance, you might say, do you have a pencil that I can use? Or you may say, by chance, may I borrow your shirt? By chance, do you have an extra pair of sunglasses? By chance. Another prepositional phrase that is common when speaking English is by accident. Oh my goodness, you might say, I did not mean to hit your car. I did it by accident. Okay. So you're describing to someone that you did not purposefully do something. Okay. I did not mean to step on your foot. I did that by accident. I didn't mean to slap you. I slapped you by by accident. I don't think you could slap someone by accident, but that's a great sentence to use anyway. Okay. Let's see. By all means. By all means. By all means, Radek is a great learner here on the channel. And I'm glad that he stopped by to say hello. Or you may say, you know what? By all means, I'm going to make sure that I pass this test. So by all means is like saying that no matter what goes on, you're going to make sure that something is done. By all means, I am going to cut the grass today if it doesn't rain. By all means. Okay, here's our first pop quiz question. It's a fill in the blank, and it's going to challenge you to see if you were listening to the first section. So how would you complete this sentence? Blank. Do you have $20 I can borrow? I will repay you tomorrow. Blank. Do you have $20 that I can borrow? I will repay you tomorrow. Okay, let's see if you can get that particular answer correct. Leave it down in the comment section. Okay, let's go on to section 2. And again, we're learning about prepositional phrases using the word by. By coincidence. By coincidence. It is not by coincidence that you found my channel. You know, I lost $50, you might say. It's not by coincidence that you found $50 in my car. By coincidence. Have you ever lost something and then see someone else, they have it? Oh, wow. Then you have to convince them that it's yours. Boy, that's not a great position to be in. By force. By force. Okay. You can't make me do anything by force. It's my choice, you might say. Or you may say, I saw his mother put him in the car by force. Or you may say the police officer arrested him while he was resisting. So he had to put the handcuffs on him by force. Okay. Another prepositional phrase using by is by hand. By hand. So you may say, I made this meal by hand. So you prepared it yourself. Or I made this shirt. It's custom made by hand. It wasn't done by a machine. It was done by my own efforts, by hand. By land. Okay. When we travel by land using a bus or a car. By land. You know, if you're going to travel to another country, more than likely you cannot go by land if you have to cross water. You know, there's some continents that you can go to a different country by land. You can take a train, or you can go by train. You can go by bus. So by land. By air. By air. There are some people that hate to travel by air. So there are some people, they are very afraid to fly on an airplane. They have panic attacks. They don't like heights. Me personally, I love traveling by air. I get there quicker and I don't mind my ears popping from the pressure. Now, I do not like traveling by water. I have some friends this week, they went on a cruise, and so they're traveling by water. I do not like cruises at all. I get seasick. And so I prefer traveling by air. Okay. Here's our next pop quiz question for the second section. Let's see if you can get this one. Now, I made this one a little bit of a challenge because I added an extra blank. Let's see if you were paying attention and you can get this correct. If you're going to travel to Nigeria from the USA, you cannot travel by blank or by blank. So let's see if you can get that one correct. Again, if you're going to travel to Nigeria from the United States, you cannot travel by blank or by blank. Let's see if you can get that one right. All right. The last section today, by the first of the month, is another common prepositional phrase using by that you will hear, especially in America. I need my rent money by the first of the month. Okay. Not yesterday. I need it by the first of the month. Or you may say, this week is the first of the month. So, well, that's not using by. Let's see. You may say, I will have a birthday by the first of the month, and I would love for you to come by the first of the month. But normally you hear people talk about paying a bill by the first of the month. They will say the electric bill is due by the first of the month, or I need my rent paid by the first of the month. By birth, by birth. So you may say, we are cousins by birth. You know, some people have what I call play cousins. You've known each other for so long, you just say, yeah, we're cousins. But by birth means you're related by blood, you're kin. So this is my brother or my sister by birth, or that is my father by birth. Okay. By text. By text. And we know texting is a way to communicate. Some people use WhatsApp. There's another app called Telegram, or some people just use their cell phone. And so you may have to tell someone, don't call me. I'll be watching Jay's English lesson. Contact me by text. Or you may say, I'm in a meeting. Don't email me or don't call me. Just send me a message by text. By the deadline. By the deadline. I need this report by the deadline. Or you may say, I need my house to be painted by this deadline. So a deadline is a time of expiration. It's when you need someone to do something by a particular time or on a set schedule, okay, by the deadline. So a young girl may be going to a dance and she needs to go shopping by a particular deadline so she can have her outfit prepared by the deadline. The phone company wants their money by the deadline on the bill. And my last prepositional phrase that you can use when speaking English or communicating with others is by the end of the week. By the end of the week. So you may say, you know what? By the end of the week, I am going to watch 4 of Jay's videos. Or you may say, by the end of the week, I will practice my English for at least 30 minutes. By the end of the week. By the end of the week, I hope you're caught up on all of your homework, someone may say. By the end of the week. So I hope you have enjoyed these 15 prepositional phrases with the word by. It's so important that you make sure you practice these. Maybe pick one out that you like or 2 that you like and constantly familiarize yourself with them so you can be more fluent in speaking and communicating. Okay. Now, before we get out of here, let's make sure that we do today's last pop quiz question. Contact me by blank, and I can respond faster than a phone call. How would you complete that? Contact me by blank, and I can respond faster than a phone call. So make sure you use one of the phrases in the section, and let's see if you can get that correct. All right, let's look at a recent comment. I have been flooded with comments here lately, and I enjoy interacting with subscribers and those who watch the lessons. So this one was so funny. This is from Maury, and he says, "You're so cool, bro. Your content and how you present it is a piece of art. Wishing you the best." Oh, wow. I gave Maury a thumbs up, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I said, hey, thanks, Maury. Just being me. Thanks for the encouragement. Hope to hear from you again. It's always wonderful to hear how people enjoy the content. It takes me so much time to put it together and then present it, but I'm grateful that you appreciate my efforts. I know I'm not the best, but I just do the best that I can do. And I believe that it's always important to be yourself. Don't waste time trying to be someone else. Just be yourself. And those who like you, and those who don't, that's their problem. But I thank you guys so much for watching today's lesson. I hope I have helped you understand English just a little better. And I hope I've given you some tips and tricks to help you improve speaking your English just a little bit better. And if I have, leave me a comment as well as a like, and feel free to share with someone else that is trying to speak English just a little better. I hope you join me on my next lesson. My name is Jay. Search Jay's Learning School on YouTube, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Join me next time.